Hi there, welcome back. This is video 2 regarding a Globies interpretation of why he thinks Earth is a globe, by showing you some images of the sun in certain parts of the world at the time of the equinox. Check out video 1, okay, and then check out but make sure you view his video first. So it's just funny, they always refer back to a flat plane and putting man at the center of his arc of horizon. And man always sees to his horizon all around him, and obviously if there's a horizon, a point to the horizon, there has to be an equal distance all the way up and over him, which is called man's arc of horizon. Things come into his horizon, come over his horizon, and leave his horizon. Nothing goes down underneath the imaginary whatever they want it to be. That's just delusional make-believe garbage that the common man seems to believe. So I showed the two images of reality showing the two hemispheres. Does he have the two hemispheres here? No. The two hemispheres, you've got a northern hemisphere, north, and this is south. Just 1 second. Just the delivery. Every man sees this sort of image wherever he is within his arc of horizon. If he's in the southern hemisphere, he'll see a little bit of the northern hemisphere on his horizon, but he'll see the starry night sky overhead come over him as he looks towards the celestial equator. Okay, so you've got to understand he's within his arc of horizon. He's center, or he could be here, center. But beyond this point, the center here is the center there. Beyond this point, if this is night time, then obviously daytime is on this side of his 24-hour cycle. 24-hour cycle. And this is 24-hour cycle, so his daytime, let's just divide it in half, shall we? Just make it equal. And there's his. So if we take 4 of these, like Onslow and Miami, the northern hemisphere, and the south over here, he's got Onslow and Miami. So you've got Onslow and Miami. On the other side is obviously daylight. Day, night, or vice versa, because we've seen the sun here, right? At this particular, in this situation. So there's the sun. So it comes from his east. There's east, and there's his west. Comes around over his arc of horizon. So coming around his hemispheres, coming around his arc of horizon, isn't it? There's his south, because there's his north. This guy here, there's his south, there's his north. This is sticking to what we've been taught, north and south, okay? Because I've just shown the world, whoever's listening, if they've got half a brain to think, is there is no south in the Antarctic. It's all north. That's the North Pole, as it is in the north, center north. That is the North Pole. The two south poles are either side of the tropics. But let's not get all that confused at the moment. We're trying to show this guy to be a bit of an idiot, and we cannot understand the flat earth system. This is how we see it. We're in the south, he's in the north. Now this southern field here revolves all the way around the north, the center north. This is the center north. Center northern hemisphere. This revolves around it. As all the stars turn in the centre north, it projects the image to the south. And this south image is always turning. We're only seeing, we just see our image, but it's turning, isn't it? It's always turning because it's a mirrored image from in here. The centre vortex of creation is right in there. It's on my other diagram. Check out my other videos if you haven't been here before. This is always turning and sending an image out, casting an image out. So this is always turning. So as that turns, this image turns all the way around there. So at the minute we're just talking about one individual's perspective of his horizon. There's his south and there's his north. He looks north. From here you'll see a little bit of the northern horizon, but his southern horizon will come overhead as he stands here, looks towards the celestial equator. So understanding day and night. Okay, so there's night. You cannot see two at once, can he? And that's his night time. There's the sun's. As he sees the sun come around, it passes over his arc of horizon, or over his arc of horizon. As this swings around here, it creates the mirror effect in the southern hemisphere. So his sun comes around this way, swings around and comes over from the east over his arc of horizon to go like this. Same with this guy. This guy goes like this. They're tracking the circle. They actually come right round and go around there and come back over this way over 24 hours. Centered on Sigma Octantis, centered on the Antarctic, Polaris. It's a no-brainer. Anyone can see it with nighttime photography. Just follow the stars. They're all there for signs, right? Well, if you're not using them as signs, what are you using them for? No, most people aren't using them for signs. They're ignoring signs and following the Freemason lies about the spinning ball globe BS. Okay? So that's if you want to imagine it as equal, which is easy for people to conceive. But if you want to go really deep, you find it's the picture of the tortoise. This is the southern hemisphere. This is the centre north. Because the southern hemisphere expands out from the north. This is mentioned in esoteric text, ancient knowledge. They all knew. They knew everything. Simple man today knows nothing because he's been lied to so much for all his life. Okay? And that point there is this point here. Okay? It's not the equinox. It's another thing where man has been fooled. Equinox. This point here. Equilibrium. Equinox is the dividing point between the solstices. The solstices. Halfway between the solstices. This is halfway. This is balance. That is balance. The scales, okay, of the magnetic field of Earth. With the two magnetic fields, you've got a north and a south pole, but you have a north and a south, but you also have a north, a south, and a north here. These two are opposing each other in capacitance. Okay, it's a dual system. There's a north and south here and a north and south there. You cannot separate a magnet and make them monopoles, can you? No. It'll always break down to a north and a south. Well, these come together like this and overlay at a particular time of the year where it makes them both balance, because you're uneven here, right? You have a 3:2 ratio. And they become balanced. So we go 2.5 and 2.5, you can say. 2.5 equal. That's this point here. That's the divine place of all of religion. All ancient philosophy are talking about it, or writing about it. And that's where everyone wants to be ignorant of, or are ignorant of. Understanding the difference. I think I've explained that quite well. Like I said, anybody can view this if they get a camera and do star trails, aim it towards the celestial equator at different times of the year. You'll find when this is overlaid, like when the southern hemisphere slips up under the northern hemisphere, anywhere here, like this, you'll see a lot of star trails in here, but not so much out here. But this overlay, there's a heck of a lot, because there is an overlay going on. And remember, it all comes with the center vortex of creation hidden in the Arctic. It's the S-curve of creation. You want to understand how a heart pumps with the S-curve? This compression and then retraction. It compresses and then it retracts back. It's not expansion and contraction. You can use that terminology in another aspect, but this is, it's compressed and then retracts back. Okay, so this is video 2. Make sure you see video 1 and check out this guy, how simple they are. There's your flat plane. Try drawing all this on his ball with a sun wave here, and draw a ball over here and then show how it works. This is why they tell you all the celestial bodies are billions of miles away, stars, etc. Sun's 93 million miles away, because for man's arc of horizon and the next man's arc of horizon, you know, they cannot triangulate unless they make up these astronomical numbers, billions of miles away. The star billions of miles away. When in actual fact the star is just inside the center vortex of creation, projecting out as a hologram. So because the hologram, you can't gain on it, it'll always move or then disappear. It's quite easy to understand, but people are quite ignorant. Most people don't even look because it's so tied up in the enslaved system they're in. They don't even stop to think. They're just eating popcorn and drinking their beer and going to their sports game, and that's their life, not realising at the end of the day they're going to drop dead and have to come back and do it all over again. So that evil world they never took care of in the first place, they're going to come back into it. It's going to be worse. So I hope those people all enjoy their next lives. But as for those who wake up, you become free, detached from that matrix, the evil side of it. You come into a way better realm. That's something to think about. Thanks for watching.